Thanks for logging on to myfoxhurricane.com. So we've got a few areas that we're watching. Just a reminder, the hurricane season's not over yet. We've got Nigel, which we've been tracking for a while. No issues there. We have this other area working its way across the eastern Atlantic, but now we're focusing in on this area that we've been watching for the past couple of days. Earlier this morning, this area was designated as Invest 99, and probably about an hour later, this was designated as Potential Tropical Cyclone number 16, and that's because it's going to be forming, it looks like, very near the coastline and then working its way right on shore. So the Hurricane Center, they go ahead and they start issuing those advisories so everyone is well alerted to the situation. So here is a close-up visible view. Here's the coastline of Florida. You've got all that deep convection sitting over on that eastern side. The center is right there. So you see, there's not a lot going on with this. It's not a tropical system at this point, but all the models are really on board showing this acquiring those tropical characteristics probably over the next, say, 24 to 36 hours as this works its way to the north towards the Carolina coastline and then potentially becoming a tropical storm. Next name on the list is Ophelia, by the way. So here we are, first advisory of now potential tropical cyclone number 16. Top winds right now are at 35 miles an hour. Remember, all that convection, it's all displaced from the center. It's not a tropical system at the moment, and it is working its way to the north, currently at 9 miles an hour. So it works its way to the north, then starts to bend back towards the coastline. You see the yellow shaded area. We already have those tropical storm warnings up along the Carolina coastline up to the north. So it works its way onshore, then kind of just stays right near the coastline, but it will be weakening, then eventually works its way back out over the water. But again, it will be working its way up into an area where the waters are cooler. So eventually this system would just kind of lose those tropical characteristics as it works its way up across the North Atlantic. But really, as we head into tomorrow night, and into the weekend, that's when the conditions are really going to start to deteriorate with some of those heavy rain bands and the gusty winds working their way up across the Carolinas. You can really see this really well with the Fox model. So we've got that area convection, we've got the center down here. Now watch as we go through the next couple of days. You start to see a stronger center starting to develop with this. You're starting to see some of these bands getting more organized and wrapping around. This is on Friday morning. So it's still quiet across the Carolinas, but the rain, it is approaching the coastline, and inside of some of these rain bands, that's where they will see some of those gusty winds. So that's why you can see they're already talking about starting these advisories to get everybody well aware of the situation, because really this will be working its way onshore starting tomorrow morning and throughout the day. And then here we are on Saturday morning. It looks like pretty much making landfall at that point as we go through the morning hours on Saturday. Rain bands spreading across the Carolinas, Virginia, up through Maryland, Delaware, some heavy rain up into those areas, and that will continue through Saturday and into Sunday as well. Now, here is Hurricane Nigel. Winds right now are at 85 miles an hour. This basically just continues to work its way over the open Atlantic, losing those tropical characteristics as it moves over those cooler waters. So here's Nigel back behind the banner. We have PTC 16, potential tropical cyclone number 16. And then we're also watching that other area out into the eastern Atlantic. And watch as things go on. There is that system working its way over the Carolinas. This one is going to take some time to develop, but the Hurricane Center putting a pretty high chance, up to about a 70% chance over the next 7 days that develops. So that may eventually become Philippe as it works its way across the middle of the Atlantic. So still plenty of things to watch, and it looks like we'll be dealing with a tropical storm making landfall across the Carolina coastline as we go into the weekend. So we'll keep you updated right here on myfoxhurricane.com.